excited to welcome you today. I'm a consultant for Ascend Long Island, and I'm joined today by Program Manager Terry Arnold McKenzie. Wave, Terry, please. And by Community Navigators, Felicia Moss of Black Long Island, and also Angelina Ramirez of the Ambling Group. And so we're part of the team responsible for outreach and recruitment for the upcoming Ascend Long Island cohort for 2021. We were also joined by representatives from one of our anchor partners, and that's, I see Mr. Lyndon Chichester here, representing Northwell Hospital System. And if, well, Lyndon's off camera, but we're excited that he was able to be here with us today. But you'll hear more about our anchor partners and about the Ascend Long Island program momentarily. But first, I want to give a big thank you to Minority Commerce Weekly. Mr. Jim Woods is with us this evening, and he's our primary organizer and sponsor this evening, to the Black Business Zone, Black Long Island, and the Long Island African American Chamber of Commerce. So thank you for your commitment to informing, growing, mentoring, coaching, and advancing the footprint and the resources and recognition of small business and MBEs in general in our region and beyond. So thank you for helping and promoting also tonight's presentation. So again, we're excited that you are spending time with us this evening to learn more about opportunities to grow your business. And now I would like to invite Mr. Jim Woods, the owner and publisher of Minority Commerce Weekly, to offer brief remarks. Thank you. So if Mr. Woods is speaking, I cannot hear him.
Okay, now can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. I had a little trouble there unmuting my mic. But hello, Vanessa, and good evening to everybody else here. And thank you, Vanessa, for allowing me to help with you to promote the Ascend Long Island program. It's certainly a privilege to us to do that. I am the publisher of Minority Commerce Weekly. Some of you, I hope, know of the publication. We publish legal notices, requests for proposals, RFPs, notice to bidders from state, city, and county agencies, all who are looking to do business with us, with certified small, minority, women-owned, service-disabled, veteran-owned businesses. I've been in the business there for, I've published Minority Commerce Weekly now for about 30 years. We are a New York State certified MBE and New York City certified MBE. And whenever I get the opportunity to support a program like Vanessa is involved in right now, I do that because it's good business for the publication, but it also is good business for all of us who are small, minority, and women-owned businesses, because these kinds of programs do help us grow and help us scale our businesses. So I hope you'll take the opportunity to further join with Vanessa at Ascend Long Island. And by the way, if you're not receiving Minority Commerce Weekly and you'd like to, please drop me an email or just requesting, the publication is free, just requesting that we put you on our mailing list, and that Vanessa can give you our email address at some point if you're interested. Thanks, Vanessa. Thanks for having me, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak with the group.
Vanessa.
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much for being with us this evening and your willingness to always help do what you can to advance small MWBE, MBE, veteran small business, disabled small business in our region. So thank you for that. I see that we're joined by Suffolk County Legislator Jason Richburg, and so I just want to welcome him and to say thank you for being with us this evening also. Great. And so I'm praying not to have any technical difficulty. And we're going to go ahead and start the presentation. And hopefully everyone is able to see. Hello, Legislator Richburg, Jason Richburg. Thank you. Hopefully everyone is able to see the screen okay, and you'll let me know if there is any issue. Thank you.
Hi, Vanessa. I didn't realize you wanted me to speak, but I wanted to thank you for putting this on. This is a great endeavor, and anytime we can bring more voices to the table, I think we should be jumping at the chance. And I'm just excited to see the presentation. And you know, I know the work that you've done in the past, and I know that this is just another one of those excellent ventures, and just another star in your cap. So thank you.
Well, that's very generous of you. So thank you. All right. So again, welcome to the Ascend Long Island presentation. The slide that you see on the screen is representative of obviously the 2019 cohort, where people are actually in person, and then we all know what happened in 2020. You see the folks there virtually gathering. So Ascend Long Island, hosted by HOFSTRA University and HOFSTRA's National Center for Suburban Studies at HOFSTRA, Bach Capital, JP Morgan Chase, and HOFSTRA University's Business Development Center. And of course, this is part of the we are Ascend Long Island, part of the National Ascend program. So the mission of Ascend Long Island is to support the economic development I'm getting some feedback. Is anyone else getting it? Okay, great. The mission, I covered that. Is to support the economic development of underserved Nassau County communities by helping diverse entrepreneurs win contracts from larger companies and provide them with essential training and mentoring using the 3M model developed by the National Ascend Network. And those 3 M's are management, money, and markets. So the management workshops will focus on how minority-owned businesses can strengthen management techniques that will enable them to grow their businesses. The management workshop instructors will include faculty from the Frank Zarb School of Business at HOFSTRA, along with others. Additionally, markets, HOFSTRA will draw upon the expertise from procurement officials from our anchor partners, folks who are serving the Anchor Partner Council to deliver the content for 3 workshops that will, or is it just 3? That will focus on certification, including criteria, documentation, and the application process for various entities, where and how to find procurement opportunities, and how to act as a subcontractor, and how to apply for requests for proposals. The market workshops focus on successfully accessing procurement opportunities in both the public and private sectors. And that's important because Nassau and Suffolk counties are also anchor partners. So I'm having a challenge advancing the slides. Can someone give me a suggestion on how to do that in the platform that I'm in?
Vanessa, can you come back out? Can you unshare your screen and then reshare it?
I think it's the Facebook Live that's hanging me up.
Okay, no worries. If you need assistance, then I can continue the presentation.
Excellent, thank you.
Okay, so we stopped off at the 3M model?
Yes.
So I'll backtrack just a little bit. And thank you so much, Vanessa, for the wonderful job in pulling together this presentation. It's very important for us to get the outreach to our community. Thank you, Mr. Woods, for allowing us to reach out to your platform. We are beyond grateful for your support. The Ascend, just to get a little bit of background about the Ascend program. The Ascend program started itself at the University of Washington in Seattle. And so what they found was in their Foster School of Business, they found that in working with diverse entrepreneurs, they were lacking in the 3 areas that Vanessa mentioned, which is we call the 3M model: money, markets, and management. So the Foster School of Business created an ecosystem of support by partnering their diverse business owners with local their anchor partner council within the Seattle area, helping them to get procurement opportunities with local government and corporations alike. With that particular model, it's all funded at this point by JP Morgan Chase. So that particular model grew from that one program to about 23 Ascend programs across the country in major cities, including Washington, DC, Atlanta, Chicago, just to name a few. In our area, in the tri-state area, there are 3 Ascend programs. Ascend Long Island, of course, which covers Nassau County, Suffolk County, and Southeast Queens. And then Ascend NYC, which covers the Bronx. And then Ascend Newark, which of course is in New Jersey. And so our entire purpose and goal for the Ascend program is just to get procurement opportunities for our diverse business owners in our areas, in our particular catchment areas, but also helping to build their foundation for capacity for their business. So there's no point in having these large contracts if your business support structure is not functioning properly. So we offer both. We offer ecosystem support that gives both opportunities to have that particular growth. Our first cohort, I started off as a community navigator like Felicia and like Angelina. I was covering the town of Roosevelt. And so our entire purpose and goal at that particular point was just getting, this was like 3 years ago, was just to get the word out about what the Ascend program was. We didn't have any brochures, the website wasn't up yet. We were just really learning and trying to really get a building a trustful relationship with our community by telling them, yes, we're HOFSTRA University, and yes, we're funded by JP Morgan Chase, but we are really focused on engaging and building capacity for our diverse business owners. And so that's how we built. That's how we help. We help to build relationships in those communities, because at first it started off in 4 communities. The first 4 were Hempstead, Uniondale, Freeport, and Roosevelt, the 4 majority minority communities in Nassau County. And so that first cohort started in the spring of 2019. We had 19 cohort members that ran a gamut of industry, including from landscaping to health and wellness to construction. And we found that was great because we really helped those businesses by partnering them with our anchor partner council, which includes major corporations on the island. That includes Town of Hempstead, Nassau County, Suffolk County, Northwell Health. Thank you, Linda, for joining us. Now new partners are coming on, including National Grid, RXR, Nassau Community College, HOFSTRA University, of course, just about 20 of the major corporations. And so we are looking to establish a direct pipeline opportunity for diverse businesses under our purview. And I'll get to that in just a second. And so that's our entire purpose and goal. So the 2019 cohort, they went from, it will start off as a 9-week program, 3M model classes, including mentoring sessions, and ongoing support and resources, and also ended in a procurement conference. So usually we all know what procurement conference look like. It's mostly thousands of people, if not hundreds of people, and then with the procurement officers. For the Ascend Procurement Conference, it's only our anchor partner council members and our cohort members that are reporting out to them. And so it's important to note that it's a very intimate setting so that they get to know who our cohort members are, although they've been really working with them throughout the cycle, but they get a one-on-one, face-to-face really pitch out for their business. And that happens at the end of every cycle. After which, so that was 2019. In 2020, of course, we went to a complete virtual model, but our program is still the same. We have a 3 model classes. We added a mentoring program. The 2020 cohort consisted, I mean, we actually really focused our procurement, our recruitment for the cohort to make sure that they were actually capturing what our anchor partners needed. So they felt that they needed suppliers and construction workers and construction and cleaners and things of that nature. So we made sure that we narrowed our focus in our search to actually procure and recruit those references that actually would be greatly most affected to pipeline for our anchor partners. The 2020 cohort consisted of about 17 businesses, and we are very, very lucky to get opportunity to actually procure now. So now we're working on millions of dollars in contracts for our anchor, our cohort members, and that's so we're seeing the growth and the resources that we've put together for our businesses, and so we're glad to see that the growth actually starting to happen. So let's focus. Okay, so I'll go back since Vanessa can do the slide. So I'll give you a quick run on what goals we're looking for within the program. Looking to reduce wealth inequities between communities highly segregated by race. Of course, we know as diverse business owners that where we are in our community, we put money back into the community. So it's very important that we reach out and make sure that we are, that one of our criteria is to make sure that you have to be and have a footprint of some sort in Suffolk County, Nassau County, or Southeast Queens. It's very important. And by footprint, I mean either you live here, you're headquartered here in some way, you have a clientele here, or you have workers here. Some kind of footprint is what we're asking for. Also, another goal is to increase access to capital, of course, for our diverse businesses through our procurement opportunities for our anchor partners. Next, we build a direct procurement pipeline for MBEs to anchor partners, as I've mentioned previously. And this particular discussion is focused around Northwell Health, as we're helping to recruit for their upcoming cohort for 2021. Will include a cohort that's working directly with Northwell Health in their South Shore Hospital project in Suffolk County. So we're very excited about that particular opportunity as well. You can advance the slide, Vanessa. I talk really fast, so if you have any questions, we don't have to wait until the end. I can answer any questions that you have now, just as that's how I sort of work these Zoom meetings, because it can be so quiet talking to yourself at a camera. So please feel free at any time to stop me if you'd like. Okay, I'll give you a few of our metrics. So now we have a total from the 2 cohorts, a total of 35 diverse business owners. They did a total of 1,184 total training hours within the last 2 years, had a total of 333 mentoring sessions, and had a 24% increase in revenue over 2020. And that number will go up as we're getting more information about opportunities that are contracted, that our diverse business owners have contracted within the last several weeks and months. So that number will go up. So at this particular time of the slide, they had just under $1 million of contracts, and now we're over probably triple that or more. And I won't give the exact number for now, but we're the numbers are steadily climbing up for that. Okay, so I gave a bit about the criteria. So we're in the midst of now recruiting for our 2021 cohort. The criteria for the cohort include you have to be an entrepreneur of color. That is first and foremost. It's our important and entire goal for our program is to support communities of color. You must be have a revenue of at least $100,000, up to $1 million plus in annual revenue. If you don't meet that revenue requirement, we have what is called an Ascend Prep program. So the Ascend Prep program is where we are under the HOFSTRA's EAC program. We help business owners who don't have really enough they don't meet the revenue requirement, but they have a really good sustainable business model. We help them to strengthen their foundation by attending another set of classes that helps with marketing and building their business plan and customer engagement, things of that nature. And we scholarship them in for that opportunity so that they are ready in the future to become full Ascend cohort members. Another criteria, you have to be a business to business or business, have a business to business model is very important for us. Or business to consumer, looking to do business to business only. We're focused on that particular modeling. And lastly, you have to contribute to an economic development of the community, which I stated before. As diverse business owners, we generally do that anyway as part of our business modeling in some cases. Okay, so here's the timeline we're working on. So now we're right in the middle of the online application process. If you're interested or you have, and I don't know, Vanessa will drop our website into the chat. If you're interested in members joining or applying for the STEM program for 2021, go to www.ascendli.com. You'll see a pre-application there. If you go through the 5 questions, it's very simple. Pre-application, and then if you're able to move forward to a full application, you'll get the full application emailed to you directly. The interviews and the vetting will take place in end of July, beginning of August, and then our the actual cohort starts on September 14th in September. And so with the business boot camp. And so the curriculum goes from September through all December. The week of December 14th will be our procurement conference week. And then there's classes, mentoring, resourcing for those like approximately 12 weeks, including pitch prep as well. So I know you're all wondering, this is a wonderful program. It's amazing. How do I get started? How much is it going to cost me? Number one, because of the pandemic, we are not charging for the program. It will be ridiculous of us to charge, knowing that our community was mostly adversely affected by the pandemic. So we're offering the program for free. We simply ask that you engage, because generally the program will cost upwards of $500 or more. And so we just ask that those who are interested in the program, please give it your all, because we'll be working hard on our end to make sure that you're getting procurement opportunities once you're done with the cycle. Okay, so I've mentioned the STEM Prep, I've mentioned EAC program out of HOFSTRA University. That program actually is 12 weeks as well. They begin in September as well for 9 to 12 weeks. And that's for the HOFSTRA programming as well. And again, go to www.ascendli.com. My name is Terry Arnold McKenzie. Again, I am program manager for Ascend. Like I said, I started off as the community navigator, was then made the program manager, but I have a background. I'm also a small business owner. I own a home-based daycare, and also I own a consulting firm working with diverse businesses in procurement and backup office support. So I do understand how small business works and the needs of small business owners. And that's why I'm so passionate about wanting to help continue to grow our community in those ways. So thank you again, Vanessa, for putting everything together. I'm now ready. If you have any questions or thoughts, I'm open to share and add more information as necessary.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for jumping in and saving us. Terry, I tried to do too much with that Facebook Live business. Felicia is probably going to give me a good chastising when we're done. But I hope that the folks who are on with us today understand that we're making this final pitch to share this information with you, and whether you yourself have a particular interest in Ascend Long Island or Ascend Prep. If it's not you, then this is information that you should be sharing with your colleagues, sharing with the people that you know who are sitting on a business that they've been steadily growing, that they've been applying themselves and working, but just haven't been able to turn the corner. This is the vehicle for that business owner. So we are open to questions. And I wonder, Felicia, if there is a way for us to try to go back to Facebook Live, just in case we have a question hanging out there as well. And if you say that there's not a way for us to do that, then we won't do that.
I mean, you can't, hi, everyone. You are able to start your live again. However, I did say I did record it so that I can post it
Excellent.
late. That way, if there are any
Excellent.
questions, we can answer at a later date. But Ms.
Excellent.
Keisha Purcell has a question in the chat group. She would like to know is there a separate application for the PrEP program for those who do not meet the revenue requirements?
There's not a separate application for the PrEP program. Once you see that you don't meet the revenue requirement, I would ask that you call me personally so I can talk to you about your business and determine if a SIM PrEP is actually for you. So if you're interested, I'll drop my, you can please email me or call, and then we can chat about your business and I can see if the PrEP program will work.
Great, thank you for that question. Any other questions? So we were so thorough that there's no other question at all. So I'm going to put Legislator Richburg on the spot and task you now, since you represent a majority minority district, not my word, but that is the term of art. Since you represent a district that is majority people of color, I'm asking if you can help us with this final push, share the information with the business owners who either live in your district or who have a business in your district, or who are your frat brothers, or who are in associations that you have in contacts that I know that you've come into contact with in the business that you're doing, because we want to make sure that we've maximized the opportunity to get this information out.
No problem, we'll do. I think this is an important endeavor, and as I said before, you know, this gives us, I don't want to say a leg up, but it gives businesses in the district and in our communities equal footing, because a lot of times we don't get the mentorship that other businesses get. So I want to thank you both for putting this on, because it's really, really important.
Thank you. Okay, any other questions or comments? Okay, so if there aren't any other questions or comments at this time, we've dropped into the chat contact information for Terry Arnold McKenzie. And again, she is the program manager for Ascend LI. I'm grateful that she selected me to be a part of the team. I've learned a great deal. Listen, I'm excited about what HOFSTRA and Ascend are doing to help move the needle and help, institute a seed change for business owners in our area. So in line with that, so this is now off topic, but on topic, Nassau and Suffolk County are partnering to do a disparity study. Disparity study is the step that precedes the ability for the municipality to establish a participation goal. So this is important for MBEs, MWBEs, DBEs, disadvantaged business enterprises, because without the disparity study, the municipality cannot establish a participation goal. Some of our counties, Nassau or Suffolk, the budgets are in the neighborhood of $2 billion, right? So that means that your tax dollars, state tax dollars, federal dollars at work on various projects, everything from road repair, construction, all of those things. And so Angelina Ramirez, who is part of our team, is going to, I'm going to share the screen for you, Angelina, and Felicia will drop the registration information regarding the upcoming meeting for the disparity study. Sorry I talked so much, Angelina, but there you go. All right, you'll have to unmute.
There we go. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share with you information about this extremely important study. As Vanessa stated, NASA and Suffolk are working together and have sponsored this study. And this disparity study, the purpose of it, right, is to evaluate contracting practices within NASA and Suffolk County, right? Particularly contracts that have been awarded to minority and women business enterprises, as well as veterans too. So the purpose of the study is to determine if there is a statistically disparity existence within the awards, right? So in other words, we just want to make sure that minority women and veterans get their fair share. And currently, that is not the case. NASA and Suffolk also utilize a 30% of their contracts going to MNWs and veterans. However, they utilized the state number who did a disparity study. So instead of basing it on an overarching state situation, NASA and Suffolk have determined that it's important to do this study so that they can, have actual data on what their percentage should be that is allocated to minority, women, and veterans. So the first community meeting that is taking place is on June 29th, which is this coming Tuesday. There'll be two opportunities, one at 10 a.m., so it'll be from 10 to 12, and one from 4 to 6 p.m. And it's extremely important that we get as many businesses to participate during this call for various reasons. One of the important reasons is that NASA and Suffolk are actually going to be sharing contracting opportunities, projects that are coming down the pipeline where minority, women, and veteran businesses can apply to get these contracts. So that's number one. But number two, this is also an opportunity for everyone to really put forth their experience on contracting with the counties, as well as what they would like to see. So the counties are currently working with Mason Tillman, a minority-owned business out of California, to conduct this study. And again, I really, from the bottom of my heart, ask that you share this flyer with your constituents, with your stakeholders, with your friends, because it is extremely important to get feedback from minority women and veterans, because that is how we're going to positively impact our opportunities. It's through participation. So again, thank you again, Vanessa, for allowing me to speak for a couple of minutes about this meeting. Again, next Tuesday. And Vanessa has it, but I could also, if you want me to email it to you, please write your email in the chat and I'll forward it to you.
Great, thank you, Angelina. So this will be another call for questions and or comments related to anything that you've heard this evening, either regarding Ascend Long Island or Ascend LI Prep. Well, so I think the way that this goes is seeing none. And I didn't know if, Terry, if you had any closing remarks before we exit.
Well, first, I want to say, no, but again, thank you, Vanessa, for putting everything together. Mr. Woods, legislator Richburg, thank you so much for your time. And also to our team, Angelina and Felicia, thank you, ladies, so much for all you do. I'm just excited about the future. So I'm hoping that you will share our flyer, talk about our program, how we're helping diverse businesses through funding by JP Morgan Chase and other funders that are local, including Northwell, Long Island Community Foundation, and coming on board other vendors and suppliers as well. And so please, please, please share as much information as you can, and then so we can all together help to grow our communities. That's all I ask. And have a great summer. Be safe and get out of the house. I'm very excited for that.
Yes, Mr. Woods. Thank you, Terry. Yes, Mr. Woods. We can unmute, please.
You have to unmute him, Vanessa?
Yes, yeah, okay.
Okay. Would you send that flyer to us with regard to the disparity study? We can also, in addition to publishing your information, Vanessa, we can certainly publish that disparity study information.
Of course.
I have
Okay.
participated in studies previously, and believe me, they are important, because if you don't get your voice in there, then you don't get your voice in there. So they are important to participate in those studies. Those are Zoom studies, Angelina or Vanessa?
It looks like the
I thought-
meetings are, the first
The
meeting
Zoom-
is conducted via Zoom.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Vanessa.
Very good. Thank you. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. We trust that the information is helpful, useful, and that you will share it widely. We are winding down, quickly approaching the deadline for applications. We really want to make sure that we've covered as much territory as we can, reached as many people as we possibly can, so that as many people, as many business owners as possible can take advantage of this opportunity. So thank you very much. Have a good evening and happy summer to you. Thank you. Bye now.